Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am UncleLander and this is Gran Turismo 2 GT mode playthrough. On the last episode we have managed to finish every single manufacturer event on the West City. Today we're gonna move towards the last city in the game and last event in the South City. The first event is gonna happen at the Chevrolet, and maybe I should also show the car that I'm gonna drive. The car I'm gonna drive is going to be... I had to go through 3 menus to actually show the car that it's gonna be driven. It's gonna be Chevrolet Corvette 427 Stingray from 1969. We already have driven this car during the muscle car event. I'm gonna take it for the second time. It's currently have 617 brake horsepower and 1310 kilograms of weight. So let's go for the South City again, and let's do the event for the Chevrolet. I could pick every single other Chevrolet Corvette, but this one is my most favorite of all time. I really like this car. At least the real-life version of this car. And we're gonna drive this car on the special stage, Road 5. Gonna set up to 4.5. Because you have so much power, we're gonna adjust to 11. Gonna increase the drive height to 145. 8 and 3 over here, 2.0, and 1.5 is gonna stay. Maybe 0.5 and 4.5, and also let's change the stabilizer a little bit. 2022 can stay. The gearing, I think 12 should be justifiable. And it seems like I set up this to 10. Let's bring it to 5, because that might be a little bit too much. Anyway, special stage, Road 5, let's go. With a 617 brake horsepower Corvette. I kinda wish that this Corvette could have 6 gears, because the old Corvettes after full modification only have 5 gears, while the other ones have 6. Oh, look at that rev. I also should possibly mention it earlier. Oh, this one loves to drift. Also should possibly mention that earlier. But this episode, like every single other of the episodes, is being recorded in my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/UncleLander. Come in and say hello. We are playing variety of the video games. And it's fun. It's also a nice thing to do. Links in the description and also in the pinned comment down below. If there's a one thing to adjust, it definitely is, and most likely will be, a gearbox. Trans 70. So I think the spring rate is fine. This car drives fine in general, but the gearbox is just undeniably obnoxious. What a car. Well, depending on the track, we might adjust the gearbox to be longer or shorter. Hello, Red. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well, and give you a shout out. You're gonna be playing the Fallout New Vegas, the Frontier mod. Still nice. I'm doing pretty good. Hope you're doing well. All right. Night City looks good with the update. I know, right? The Phantom Liberty just made it so much better. Alright, that was a normal style race. Let's bring this car to the racing style. Let's see what kind of liveries we even have available. Well, we sadly only got two in like a teal blue and in the lemon blue as well. I'm gonna take the lemon blue for this car. And now this car is gonna now have additional downforce added to it, which is gonna make this car even more stable, but it's not gonna make the gearbox any better. that is an unfortunate thing. Okay, racing style race, and let's see what kind of track the game have decided to pick for us. Grand Valley East section, which is I'm not gonna lie, I don't have to adjust the gears. But it is pretty scary, because this car over-revs quite painfully. All right, let's just start the race. Let's just start the race. And it's a reverse version of the Grand Valley East. Oh yeah, downforce is actually helping quite a lot with this car. Car's not as drifty as it was before. Oh boy. Still a little bit of understeering, but nothing critically bad. Yeah, if there's one thing to correct in this car, something that slows this car so freakishly badly, is the gearbox. Even after buying the fully customized one, this car is just over-revving way too badly. The suspension holds, and a matter of fact, it could be definitely more adjusted. But it is the gearbox that kind of ruins the car. But we managed to pull through. And that's what matters the most. It's my most favorite car of all time in real life. In game, I like it, but it could be better. I could try to adjust it even better. Probably, if there's the one thing that could go for this car, I would probably treat it as well as like a TVR. In a sense, I would put the traction and stability control on it. That's what I would do. Alright, let's go for the Ford, because Ford has two events, and it is K Challenge and Focus Challenge. Hocus pocus, there is ham on your focus. Okay, we're taking the Ford Ka for now, with 174 brake horsepower and 805 kilograms of weight. In the first, we're gonna drive this car in the normal style. And now adjusting the gear because it's a modern American car. We need to put the gears really short. I guess 6.5 should be good enough. 130 millimeters above ground. I already gonna put it on 3 on 8 because it's a front wheel car. I already know how it's gonna drive. I already know the settings. Alright, the car is adjusted. I can only hope that the gearbox is not too short. If it's gonna be, then I'm gonna put it a little bit longer. Though knowing, like I said, it's a new American car. Only the muscle cars have like short gearing. But the modern American cars, they have very long gears, as in this game. And we have a normal green world track. Maybe at least when it comes to this car, the gearing is actually pretty normal. So maybe could it bring it to number 4? This car sounds weird. It's like there's like a nest of hornets inside. And they're all not even angry but annoyed. Yeah, we can definitely increase the gearing in this car by a little bit. But like 2 more settings from 2 to 4 and that should be enough. Yeah, didn't even have to brake over here, just slide right through. Also, it feels like the rear tires are just getting themselves like digging deeper into the car, and even at the corners it really looks like they are going on the outside, as if they are ready to come out of the car itself. And they put the high suspension on this thing, by the way. I put a high suspension on this car, by the way, just so I can avoid seeing things like this, but I guess it didn't really work. Alright, let's slap the racing modification on it. I already know what I need to adjust. The car drives good. I just need to put in the additional gear setting, racing modification to increase the downforce. though this car is already driving very good, so I don't even think that adjusting it down is really that necessary. Okay, let's see what we got. So we got white, we got pinkish, we got white with green, silver with blue, just black, what looks like a crimson red, neon green, because, you know, fuck your eyes. We got a dark mint, and we have a purple. I think I'm gonna go... I wish I could go for neither of these, but I'm gonna pick up the either silver or the dark red. I think the dark red actually looks pretty damn neat. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up this one. All right, let's go for the racing style. Because there's no way I would pick up freaking pink or that neon green. Clubman stage R5. Actually, let's pull it to 5. It's gonna be probably too much, but... And then again, I also think it should be enough. Alright, let's go. The 5 might be way too much, but we'll see. Club on stage R5 in the night. What I believe it's gonna be a reverse track. And it is. I should put more pressure on that turn over there. Because then I would probably fit. Yeah, the gearbox saying 5 is a little bit too long for this car. Should set it up at 4 and that would be perfect. And there we go. The Ford car, the Hornet, has been complete because this car doesn't really sound. It does not really sound that good. But then again, I also believe it always could be worse. It always could be Mazda Demio A spec. It always could be that, and that's a lesson learned for me. Trust me, it is a lesson learned for me, because that Demio A spec just sounds like a dentist drill, which is scary. Alright, the next race for the Ford is gonna be the Ford Focus Challenge, and I have a car over here, Focus Gia 2.0i Z-Tech, with 388 brake horsepower and 1,067 kilograms of weight. And it only has the normal style. And we're gonna drive at the Trail Mountain Circuit. So let's adjust the car. You have quite a bit of power on you, so... Actually 4 or 5 over here. Yeah, but we're gonna adjust you to 9.0. 140 millimeters, I think that should be enough. 3 at the front, 8 at the back, same with the rebound. 1.5 on the rear when it comes to camber, toe adjusted, 6 and 5 on stabilizers, brakes 22 and 20, gearbox, I'm gonna put it on 8, though it might be too long, and differential, the slip differential, all at 5. Alright, let's go. That setting up the gear on 8 might be too long because let's not forget it's a modern American car, so it might be a little bit too much, but we'll see. And it is a normal Trial Mountain track, not in reverse. I remember Ford Focus in the 90s also was one of the more popular cars that people were buying. Like on the second half of the 90s, like starting from 99 to like 2004 or 5. This was like one of the more popular cars that I have seen driving on the streets. Besides the Peugeot 206, everybody loved that car. And that was here was like, okay. It's a nice compact little car that depending on the version you can get a 4-door or a 3-door version. Oh boy. Oh, that was silly of me. The fact that I still exist in the land of the living after this, it's quite amusing. I even used to have a neighbor that he had enough money that he bought a Ford Focus. He didn't buy the RS version, he bought the regular one, but he converted it into coupe in the 3-door version. He swapped the engine, and he basically made that car almost into a rally car. It had liveries, it had the spoiler, it had different exhaust, way too different engine. This guy loves his cars because later he decided to... I think he decided to sell the same Focus, and he bought Subaru Impreza. And there we go, Ford Focus race complete. That also finalizes the Ford manufacturer. And now we can move to the last manufacturer that has any sort of events in the South City. And that will be Dodge. Dodge has like 2 races, one for Dodge Viper and the other one for Dodge Neon. For which Dodge Neon I would love to avoid it, but I can't. Okay, let's see which races first. Kinda want to do the Neon first. And sadly it's Dodge Viper. Well, Dodge Viper Festival of Speed, let's see. Let's go. Viper GTS, all the cars that I have over here are already modified, with 706 brake horsepower and 1,362 kilograms of weight. Normally I bring the Viper RT10, but this time I decided to go for the GTS. We got 2 races to do, with the normal style and the racing style. So let's not waste any time. This car is actually gonna be this car is gonna be fun to adjust. That's all I'm gonna say. It's this one is definitely gonna want to oversteer as much as possible. And the first race is gonna happen in Clubman Stage R5. So let's try. Let's give it a try. Definitely 11 on the back, because that has so much power. 115 millimeters of driving, 3 and 8. The front and the back camber. We might adjust the 1.5 on the back, minus 0.05 and plus 0.05 over here. 5 and 6 stabilizer, braking 2022. Definitely a different gearbox. I don't need that much. I'm gonna set it up to 13, but that even might be too much. So let's see how it's gonna behave on 12. Let's set up the slip differential, the initial and acceleration at 5, but deceleration, I'm gonna put it on 30. Active stability control, I'm gonna put it on 50. That might be a little bit too much, but we'll see. And traction control at 25, because of how much power this car actually have. Okay, let's see if those settings are gonna be good enough. If not, I'm gonna buy the racing modification, and then we're gonna play a little bit more. Because this car, in real life, is basically a health hazard on wheels. But we don't talk about that. And it's a reverse Clubman Stage R5. Okay, let's go. That actually might be good setting. I don't trust this car. That's all I have to say. I do not trust this car. This is why I'm driving so carefully. This is why I'm braking all the time. I probably should put a little bit more faith in this thing. So I can see that I definitely can. This car actually drives pretty decent now. Even the gears are pretty good. Not too long, but not too short either. But then again, gears are kind of dependent on the track. For this track, this gear configuration is pretty damn good. Yeah, this is perfectly drivable. I think I was very nervous for no really good reason. This is definitely a good start for a good setting. And I'm dare to say that the active and traction control definitely helped. Well, ladies and gents, time to slap that racing modification and go for another race. For the racing style race. Let's see what we got in offer. So we got either we can go for red one or we're gonna go for the blue one. And I think I'm gonna go for the blue. It looks much better. In Gran Turismo 1, this car could only be modified to over 500 brake horsepower, and we get like 200 brake horsepower promotion in GT2. Alright, let's see where the racing style is gonna take us. As long as it's not the freaking auto ring, I'm gonna be happy. But then probably Grand East section. I mean, okay, we don't need to switch the gears then. But I could. I could switch the gears. I could make them shorter because, to be honest, Grand Valley section has only one long straight and that's it. Needs more stumpy robots. Maybe when I'm gonna be playing Cyberpunk. I think one of the horror games that I have actually do have like stumpy robots as boss fights. I don't remember. Let's go. Look at this. The car just gets into the corner, no complaints, no Okay, unless we start in this car in the second gear, then obviously yeah, it's gonna But it sticks. This is exactly what I wanted. This is exactly what I want from Viper. I can honestly put a little bit more faith in that car after all those changes that I have applied. And I think I could make this car work, because the only thing that needs to be changed at this point is just the gearbox. Either make the third gear as long as possible, and make the first and second as long as possible, and then adjust the fourth, fifth, and the sixth gear to start at 55-ish 100 RPM. So we can always start from at the power band, but then again I would need to like put a little bit more work into this car. And sadly, this is the end of the Viper Festival, because now we're gonna move to something that I will love to avoid. The Dodge Neon. Oh boy. Mom, I want to drive a race car. But son, we already have a race car at home. Race car at home. Dodge Neon RT. With 283 brake horsepower and 1,035 kilograms of weight. Yoo-hoo. Oh boy. 10 subs and I'm doing 30 laps in Trail Mountain with that car. You won't. Alright, Neon Trophy. Normal style first. And of course it's gonna be in Trail Mountain. I mean, other tracks don't exist, right guys? So we had so many races at Trail Mountain that's starting to be a little bit ridiculous. I'm gonna keep it at the fourth gear because I don't know. Alright, let's start the race. So, honestly, it's such a shame that we're gonna end the South City in such a, well, lame, it's such a lame way. Because I don't like this car, I never was a real big fan of this car. It looks weird, it sounds weird. probably drives weird as well. Understeers. After all of the things that I have done to this car, it still understeers. It still freaking understeers. Come on! Yeah, but if we're gonna adjust something on this car, it's gonna be gears, because it only has 5 gears, because of course it does. I cannot put anything more into this car though, because if I'm gonna adjust the camber, not the camber, camber actually don't need to be touched, but if I'm gonna adjust tow in any more way, the car is gonna behave really badly. If I'm gonna put the bound and rebound on 2, there might be a huge problem, so I might need to lower the stabilizer at the front from 6 to 5. Oh god. You know what? Screw this. Experimentation. Putting the front bound and rebound at 2. Stabilizer. Stabilizer at 5 equally on the front and the back. Gonna extend the gearing. If that's not gonna help this car, I don't know what will. It feels like even the god is not gonna help this car. Is it me or the livery on this car is not even painted evenly? Like it slants to the left, right after the rear windshield. It's my god. It actually slants to the freaking left. Even at the front. Oh my god. It even looks freaking borked in the front view. Like what the hell? I get it, Polyphony. You hate this car too. I hate it too. Trust me. Jesus Christ. Okay, one more race and I'm gonna be free of this car. Probably. Probably not. Alright, let's apply the racing modification on this. Lovely. No matter in which color I'm gonna buy it, it's still... Let's just get over with this, okay? I don't want to no. Let's just get over with this, okay? Yeah. Yeah, and it's like the ugliest livery and color. Oh my god. And of course we're gonna drive it on Special Road Stage 5. Yep. Like I said, we're going to experiment. Stabilizer 5. Gonna drop the brake stabilizer over here. Maximum downforce. And gears up to 6. And may the force be with me, because when the god noticed me driving this car, he was like, yeah, fuck this shit, I'm out. Yeah, understandably so, can't blame him too. At least it's a normal special stage R5. Okay, the downforce and adjusting the car definitely helped it a little bit. It definitely drives better. That doesn't mean that I like it, because I don't. I think I would have much more fun polishing my own ass with a high grit sandpaper rather than using this car, but it is what it is. At least on the plus side, I can really say that the settings I have applied, the small changes, have definitely helped. You have almost 300 brake horsepower and you barely reach 234 kilometers an hour. Yeah, it seems like the additional downforce and the settings for the suspension are definitely doing their job, which makes me happy. Alright. The final meters of the South City manufacturer events could end up at a better accent than the Neon. That's all I'm gonna say. And just like that, with this annoying accent, we have managed to complete every single event in the main cities of the game. Let's check the progression, why don't we? We're currently at 87% of the game progression, with average win ratio 100 and average ranking 1.0, with total amount of cars owned of 83. So it's 87%, so I'm gonna assume that the remaining 13, 12 point something percent is gonna be just World Championship, and that's gonna be it. Let's look at something let's take a look at a car that definitely looks way better, and it's gonna be this Corvette. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, people of Twitch, we're still gonna continue with the stream, but people of YouTube, this is gonna be the end of this episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, consider subscribing, ring the bell, step in the like, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Links for all my socials can be found in the video description below, as well as a pinned comment. As the last thing that I'm gonna do is gonna be shout out for the music creator, and it's Carl Casey, at his website wildbyteaudio.com and his YouTube channel Wildbyte Studio. Thank you guys once again for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.